Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 345 of our trek, and last week we began a detailed series, which we originally introduced in January, called Your Life Plan Blueprint. We have synthesized this information into a 100-page PDF manual workbook, which contains all the forms needed to create and maintain your personal life plan. This is our initial release of the manual workbook, and it is available for download at wisdom-trek.com on the left-hand sidebar of any page, or if you are listening on your smartphone, you can text the word Life Plan with no spaces to 44222, and your Life Plan Blueprint will be delivered to you in an email. The manual workbook is free during the month of May, so I encourage you to become one of our early adopters so that all the updates will be available to you free also. By the end of 2016, we will have a complete web mobile version available of your Life Plan Blueprint. Thank you so much for coming along with me as we trek through each page of your Life Plan Blueprint. If you'd like to listen to any of the past episodes, please go to wisdom-trek.com to listen to them and to read the daily journal. You can also subscribe to Wisdom Trek at iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. We are broadcasting from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. This past weekend was filled with fun family activities that were such a blessing to us. Friday evening, we picked up 5 rose plants, and I got those planted on Saturday morning. We also had a late lunch and a great visit with Janet and Rowan at their home, and were also able to get some car repairs completed on Paula's mom's car. Sunday, after a blessed time of worship at our local church, we had Buddy, Chalimo, Kip, Janet, Rowan, Fred, and Doug over for a Mother's Day cookout. We also had a special celebration as Buddy has finished his Master of Arts degree in International Affairs. We are so proud of this accomplishment. At the end of May, we will be completing a full year of our daily treks, and this brings us to a reflection point on what direction to take Wisdom Trek starting on June 1st. We do have a lot of projects in the planning stages, all of which take some time. We want to make sure that our impact is as effective as possible, so I need your assistance on how best to serve you. Please email me at Guthrie@VentureCG or leave me a comment at the bottom of today's journal and let me know if you'd like me to continue Wisdom Trek on a 7-day, 5-day, or 3-day per week schedule. Also, let me know if you'd like any changes in the format of our daily trek. Thank you in advance for your feedback. It is now time, though, to get started on our 7th day of your Life Plan Blueprint workbook. Today we are continuing with an in-depth analysis of the purpose of goals within your Life Plan Blueprint. If you are following along in the manual workbook, we will first cover page 13, which is the second purpose of our goal, which is to drive you forward even when you face obstacles. So let's get started on our trek for today. Your goals and plans are a representation of your inner desires which motivate you to action in life. The point when you start to form plans and set goals marks a starting point when you are most connected to your source of motivation. It is when your motivation is at its peak. Having plans and goals written down serve as a constant reminder of what is motivating you to move forward and to make an impact in your world. Think of these goals and plans as the fuel which drives you forward and keeps you going when the trek of life is a steep uphill climb. When you have those moments where you start to lose your motivation, which we all do, your life plan becomes your map, or should we say your compass, to get you back on the trail to continue in the correct direction. These are the times when you may need to go to prayer and meditation to refocus your thoughts on why these plans and goals were created and why they are important to you. At these times, visualize once again your plans and goals with full mental clarity. Picture the end scenario as if your plans were nearly complete. Visualize your life plan as if it were the map on your trail. You see where you are now and where your destination is. There may be detours at times, but there's always a way to continue on. During those times, your life plan will keep you on the course, and it will drive you forward, as is written in Philippians chapter 3, verses 12 through 14. I don't mean to say that I have already achieved these things, or that I have already reached perfection, but I press on to possess that perfection for which Christ Jesus first possessed in me. No, dear brothers and sisters, I have not achieved it, but I focus on this one thing. Forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead, I press on to reach the end of the race and receive the heavenly prize for which God, through Christ Jesus, is calling us. So last thought on this point is, when you feel like quitting, think about why you started. So let's move on now to our third purpose of goals, which is to give you a laser focus. And this is located on page 14 of your Life Plan Blueprint Manual and Workbook. Goals give you a single focal point to focus your attention. Where your purpose gives you a broad directional focus to move in your life, goals give you a laser focus on what exactly to spend your time and energy on. Think of your time, energy, and efforts as input, and the result is your output. The goals act as a funnel which guides and directs those inputs effectively into the desired output or results. When you don't have goals tied to an overall plan, you are bouncing from one activity to another. These activities may become urgent due to our neglect, but they are seldom important in our overall life plan. These are activities that play no role in your larger scope of life, but you are not aware of this because you are just living life as it is. You end up mislabeling a lot of urgent or nice-to-do activities as important. You might also be engaging in these activities because you can't think of a better way to spend your time. Do you find yourself surfing the internet, constantly visiting social media sites, or checking your email excessively? Do you consider yourself a workaholic, but then you're not sure what you accomplished during the day? What is your objective for what you do each day? What are the end results of your activities? Is that your top priority in life? With focus, it brings maximum clarity. You may have a broad idea of what to do, but until you clearly articulate it as a specific goals tied to a plan, then you're not focusing your efforts properly. You will often find yourself getting sidetracked because you don't have goals to rein you in. It is quite easy to end up in the ruts of everyday life simply because they are familiar and comfortable, and there is so much to distract our attention. You may try to convince yourself that you are moving in the direction that you want, but it is just an illusion that you're having. With no goals tied to an overall plan, you have no clear focus for life. Without this focus, your efforts are scattered in too many places to have any meaningful results. So once again, with no goals tied to an overall plan, you have no real clear focus for your life. When you set goals as part of your overall life plan, it gives you focus, as the Apostle Paul taught his student Timothy in his first letter to him in chapter 4, verse 15. Give your complete attention or focus to these matters. Throw yourself into your tasks so that everyone will see your progress. And a thought as we finish up this point, what you choose to focus your mind on is critical because you become what you think about most of the time. So as you move forward through the obstacles that you face and gain laser focus in the pursuit of your goals, you are gaining the solid footing needed for the trails of your life so that you can properly create your life plan. Tomorrow we will cover 2 more purposes for goals located on pages 15 and 16 of your Life Plan Blueprint Manual and Workbook. So encourage your family and friends to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. That will finish our trek for today. Just as you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, we ask you to please help us to grow Wisdom Trek by sharing it with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person as you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. The journal for today's trek is available at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, you are my friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.